In this video, you're going to learn the original online side hustle that requires no tech and can make a lot of money. What's up everybody, it's Adrian Brambila here, and you're actually watching one video in a series of 30 on how to create an online business. And today we're talking about the original side hustle. This is a side hustle I first learned from my dad. Back in the day, pre-internet, he was buying and flipping cars. Now that's not what I'm gonna teach you how to do in this video, but the concept of flipping, finding something and then making it better and selling online, that concept of flipping has changed drastically at scale with the power of the internet. In this video, you're gonna learn how to apply whatever your skill set is, interest, maybe you have a good eye for things, maybe you're handy and crafty, and with just a tad bit of tech, you can actually scale into a six-figure business. One of my personal favorite influencers that I follow, Gary Vaynerchuk, is someone who actually is a big proponent of this. And even though he is a multi-millionaire, he practices what he preaches, and he actually still flips items today. Here's a couple of references and examples from him.
The flip game is real. I can get you to 100. I can get you to 100 with Craigslist and Letgo and Etsy and eBay.
Guys, I just heard an unusual noise and I'm in Texas. And I don't think there's big creatures or animals here, but I'm gonna keep my ears and eyes peeled. So if Gary Vaynerchuk, one of the best marketers of our time, is preaching the concept of flipping, I couldn't make a free 30-day course without talking about flipping as well. In all my other online side hustles that I'm teaching you, in this free YouTube course, I've made well over 6 figures, some even 7. This, for full transparency, is one that I have not hit 6 figures on. I've dabbled in, but I have not taken seriously. One of my students in my coaching program is actually practicing this art of flipping, and he has an eBay store that's making 15K per month. The concept of flipping is simple. You find something that is distressed, undervalued, and you purchase it, or sometimes people list stuff for free. You grab it and you make it better. You polish it up. You add on, you paint it, you renovate it, and then you put it on back for sale and at a higher cost, and you make a profit. You don't need a website. You don't need to run ads. All you have to do is basically create an account, a free account on Facebook Marketplace, or you could do eBay, or you could do even Craigslist. It's one of the best, most simple side hustles. I have people all over the world with different budgets and different tech and different age ranges. And I think this is a side hustle that could literally apply to anyone and everyone, especially, you know, the messages I get sometimes are like, Adrian, I'm strapped for cash. I'm in a pickle. I really need a side hustle that can make money. And I understand, you know, that environment. I used to be in that environment when I was broke trying to do an online side hustle, but some of these other type of side hustles, they take time to build. An e-commerce store, affiliate marketing. If you've never built a website before, building a website at the beginning seems so daunting. I can remember scratching my head just remembering, how do I connect my domain to WordPress? What I love about this side hustle is that you can ignore all the tech. You could start this today and you could walk away with $100 to even $1,000 in one day. In my most popular course I've ever created, Side Hustle Academy, I included flipping as one of the dozens of side hustles that I teach. And so this next following training that you're about to watch is actually from my course. So consider this a free gift or bonus from one of my paid trainings on flipping. Man, I'm super excited to talk about this side hustle because it's about hustling. It's about being scrappy, relentless. And I think if you're someone who's not techie, but is, you know, has a good work ethic and work hard and has a good eye, this is a six-sided hustle. This isn't something new. Not at all. People have been doing this for a long time. There's actually this massive website that was created just based on this. I'll give you a hint. It starts with an E, ends with a bay. Where you can literally take goods and sell them online. Marketplace. This is like garage sales at scale on the internet. Now, my experience with it, like there's one promoter right now, big influencer, Gary Vaynerchuk, and he does this really awesome promotion that's encouraging people to make $10,000 utilizing going to garage sales, going to Goodwill, even going to Walmart clearance section and putting it up online and selling it. And eBay is a place you can do that. The one I'm a big fan of, and I've sold $1,000 on here, is Facebook Marketplace. But they revolve around the same thing. Is finding, this is the hustle of it. You have to find a product that someone is selling, which you can either flip or market better. Most people, even with the job title of marketing, are terrible at marketing. No joke. But so when you imagine the people that are posting images of a product, of furniture, decor, like anything on either eBay or Facebook Marketplace, you can imagine, even if they were a marketer, it's probably not that good. So it's not necessarily finding, something that's rusted and then cleaning it out and then flipping it and painting it. Because you could do that. There's a lot of people who do that with antiques and stuff. But it could be as simple as going to a garage sale or going on searching on eBay or Facebook Marketplace and be like, man, that seems like either they're just really trying to get rid of it, or like they're really undervaluing what they're actually selling. And you can actually go and buy it and then put it now on these marketplaces, but market it, create good content about it and photos about it, and that could literally be it, and you can sell it for a profit. So let's describe basically what it takes, what's the skill set, how do you make it better, and then we're gonna walk through some examples of doing that. So if you want to be an eBay seller or Facebook Marketplace, what's the skill set you need? And you need to understand photography. You don't have to be a photographer, but you have to care enough about visually how something looks. We're gonna go on Facebook Marketplace right now. This is unplanned, and find some good items, but just have terrible photos. You have to care about what it looks like, and you have to understand copy. You have to be able to show it's a good quality product, and you have to be able to write that it's a good quality product, right? If this is something you're like, yeah, I think I could, take good photos with my phone and write enough details that are better than most people, that's all the skill sets you need to be able to try to sell on eBay and Facebook Marketplace, because you could be selling the exact same thing as someone else, but stepping on a sticky pad, but because you have better photos of the product and you have better copy, you can literally sell it for more, right? I have one friend who actually, he takes it to another level. And again, this comes down to research too. We're researching about what products are out there that are undervalued. We're researching on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace. We're researching the categories and niche to see what are other people selling. You can even get data on what's selling a lot of. Paying attention to even the newspaper to see garage sales. You go to garage sales and try to find stuff. But this is, again, the epitome of being scrappy. I have one friend who researches on eBay for bulk video game purchases. So he's making a pretty sizable investment. And again, this is not he's grown to this, but he'll maybe drop $500 on almost a mystery box that's supposed to have, let's just say, 100 games. So basically, and games, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, Nintendo games, that are just compiled together. And so basically he's paying each, for every game, he's basically paying $5. $5 per game. You probably can't get that deal anywhere. So he's taking that risk of putting down $500 for this. Obviously, let's say 10 of them don't work. So he comes out having 90 different games that are workable. And all he has to do, this is really easy math. All he has to do, let's just say instead of selling it for $5, he sells it for 10. right? So 10 times 90 equals 900 minus the 500, which is the original cost. And boom, he just made 400 bucks. Not a bad deal, but this is the math equation to marketplace. Now, you might not have $500 and buying a mystery box of games maybe you don't know anything about video games. He's obsessed with video games, so he understands it. Like he also thinks that like if he buys 100, there might be some really sick games in there people spend a lot, like Tekken or Final Fantasy, and those he could actually sell them for more than 10. He can sell for 20. So maybe out of these 90, there's 10 in there for 20. So that's an extra, $100. So that's his gain, that's his risk. And there's so many different ways you can do this with so many goods. It's literally a black hole. It's its own little world, this eBay and Facebook marketplace thing. But I wanted to put this side hustle on here because like going to garage sales, like I remember growing up, we used to do that on the weekends. And like, that's the whole point. Like people are trying to declutter their house and because they're moving, they're really motivated to move all their products out there. And another man's trash is another man's treasure. We've heard this. It's all true. Again, this is just about putting the lens on that if you went to garage sales and let's say you had literally $20 or $100, you could get more value from that on a garage sale because of the psychology of people are just trying to move products. You buy that stuff with photography, with copy, and of course, I would say going to garage sales, that'd be called your research. You would then take those products and you would either put it on eBay or you would put it on your Facebook local marketplace. And because you did these two things good, if you bought something for $5, maybe you could sell it for $20. It's scrappy, I know, but literally, this is one of the best side hustles to start at. It doesn't require being super techie. You don't have to build a website. You don't got to learn about algorithms. All you got to do is have a good eye and you got to put in hustle. You got to go to garage sales or you got to look on eBay and see what people are offering and you understand, there's a level of risk when you purchase something in bulk, right? So we're going to walk through what that is. Like there's a way to tell if there's, because there's bad stories on eBay, people getting ripped or scammed or whatever. I at least wanted to teach you how to look for the right stuff, what information to look online. If you're like, hey, that's not a bad idea. I wouldn't mind buying a bulk purchase of like hats or games or whatever bundles are out there. So we're going to walk through that. And then utilizing Facebook Marketplace, I'm just going to show you examples of really bad marketed stuff. And I hope that it serves as encouragement. If it's like, you know what? Like I never really thought of going to garage sales and then putting that stuff online, but dude, it's massive. Gary Vaynerchuk, again, he actually does it himself, which is funny because he's a multi-millionaire, but he's out here proving that you can do it. And now he has so many cool stories of people who have literally made 6 figures doing this. It's awesome. So let's pop open the laptop and I'm going to walk you through 2 things. I'm going to walk you through eBay. Anyone can create an account on eBay. It's pretty awesome. And I'll walk you through, if you wanted to do the bulk purchase, what to watch out for, understanding your level of risk. Welcome to the wonderful land of Facebook Marketplace. There are many websites where you can buy and sell things online that are almost like the online garage sales. Now, I'm going to go and do a walkthrough of Facebook Marketplace because I've used that the most. An app that I've helped my parents, and they sell a bunch of stuff, is OfferUp.com. You have Craigslist, which is kind of like the sketchy one now these days. And then you have something more auction-based, which would be eBay. So all of these are applicable. I actually encourage, if this is a strategy you're going to pursue, to post your item on all of the different marketplaces, which is just going to maximize your reach for the same product. And I would even test different prices. You might put something on Facebook Marketplace for $20, and then on OfferUp it could be $40, and you're just gauging and saying, do you have any nibbles at $40? But it's a tried and true saying, never put all your eggs in one basket. Now that you're going to be maximizing marketplaces, why not post the same product on all different marketplaces? So let's first be a little transparent and show what I've sold here. I've messed around and sold all kinds of things. This is a penny board that I got literally for $7 from China. This is a lamp that I got for like $10. A hamper. I sold a couch. I think I made like 2x ROI. So the couch was $200. I got it from somewhere else. Glass table. Basically, I've sold a bunch of stuff on here. When I used to have a home and sold a bunch of things. Now I'm basically traveling the world, so I'm homeless on purpose. But what we have here on Marketplace is basically everything. There's so many categories you can search. Right now, this is just, I mean, if you've never looked at this, it's pretty amazing and intense. You can sell anything from cars to gadgets to accessories to literally houses. It's insane. So what I want you to do is when you go through and try to sell something, let's go pick a niche like decor. Because this is where there's a little bit of maybe arts and crafts involved. Maybe you can take something and make it better. Actually, I want to do furniture. I might have better examples. So out of everything right here, I can see it's pretty crappy quality. I'm not talking about the product, so I'm talking about how it's sold. I mean, people that are on Marketplace, they're not maximizing. It's hard to find someone who's a true seller. These are people who are just, hey, let's get rid of that table. Okay, I'll put it on Facebook Marketplace. And it's kind of like a problem or a burden to post on here. We're taking the opposite perspective, and we're trying to actually optimize and scale. Now, off the top, here's for those people who are taking this gotten this course and really are financially strapped, and they've been told you have to have money to make money. That's not true. This is actually one of those, if you have a car or can borrow a car to go pick up things like this that are free, I mean, this is, people are sometimes trying to just get rid of stuff. And I mean, how can you take this and then market it better to try to sell it for a profit? Like, this is so applicable. People literally post this. This was posted 30 minutes ago. This is a nice desk. I don't even know if you would need to do anything to make it or improve the product of it. All you would need to do is take quality photos and a description. So like you can tell people half-ass all this stuff. This photo, like there's literally trash in here, a messy kitchen in the background. And I mean, they probably put this in a couple minutes. This looks like a better photo. I'm trying to find, this is my first time looking on this niche. I don't have anything prepared. I just want to show you how crappy the marketing of each product is. Usually a terrible photo, not a good product photo, and usually the same as on all these marketplaces. Now, I think if we compare to like Etsy, people pride themselves on curating a good product photo and image. So if we type the same thing, we type in furniture. I'm taking a gamble here, but my guess is that the quality of marketing is going to be way better. And you can just see it's visually more stimulating to see these product photos. There's good lighting. This is an awesome photo, I think. You could easily find a stool just like this. And the way they've taken their photos is legit. There's no trash in the background. I'm going to actually, let's see if we can find something that's similar. Just to really show. I mean, this right here, I mean, that has that rustic cool look. But what people on Etsy are typically better curated. They've taken the time to really optimize the listings. You can look at the product descriptions, materials. Look how long the description is. This is someone who took the time to really put everything. And they even have a video that they made. This is brilliant.
You can literally copy and paste these strategies that people are that real sellers, because I feel like that's the difference between marketplace and Etsy, is Etsy, typically people are priding themselves on what they're selling. So they're taking more time to do it. Whereas these are just average people that are not trying to optimize it. So all you need to do, this is so simple. All you need to do is, if you have $100, I like going to furniture because typically you can mark that up the most. Try to find the best deals. And if you don't have $100, go to where it's free and and drive over and pick up those products and start curating a collection. And get savvy with marketing the product. Try to find the exact same product or categories on a really curated visual search engine like Etsy. And take note to how they take their photos. What are they writing in their descriptions? What the titles are. And literally this is, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is literally copy and paste the strategies of what they're doing here on Etsy and apply them to Marketplace. Because, I mean, this is literally a blurry photo. This isn't a dirty garage. Here's another example. Awesome, great looking pair of chairs. But, I mean, the lighting, the description is mediocre at best. I mean, people really don't pride themselves here on they're just trying to get rid of stuff. You could find, again, similar products here on Etsy, and it's the exact opposite. People have taken the time to really curate because they're trying to sell, and everyone else, the level of competition is so high. So all it is taking that mindset, finding good deals, and flipping them. And this is, again, the epitome of the side hustle. This is about spending time, doing research, going through different product searches. And what I like to do, let's say you don't want to buy anything, start with what you have at home. Like, I'm a big fan of the AntiConsumer Movement, where I just think Americans in general, we just buy way too much stuff. And so, like, part of a lot of my items is when I actually was moving and I started selling everything, literally everything. And I could have, like, the easy route for our personal situation was to just go and drop it off at Goodwill. But I love the hustle. I love testing. I love trying new things. And so I'm not the best photographer in the world, and I was able to sell everything I ever listed. So look around the room, go through the closets. What's been sitting there for years that you've never even used? Like, start with that stuff and get rid of it. It's going to feel liberating, and you're going to start to build some nice cash, which you can then use to maybe scale this marketplace side hustle or another side hustle taught in this course.
Well, that's the premise of flipping. It's fascinating. And if you're like me, sometimes when I learn something, I just want to, like, drop everything and go all in and pull all-nighter trying to figure this out and try to find items and flip. One newer app that I feel like my dad's always on, because he still does this, is OfferUp. That's another great place to look for deals and try to flip stuff. Right now, I'm currently doing van life, driving across the country, but I would love, as soon as I get settled, to actually take this side hustle, start with $0 and literally find stuff for free, and then flip all the way to $100,000 profit and track my progress pretty much for an entire year. Hold me accountable to that once I'm settled, but for now I'm in van life, so flipping and moving in a tiny space would be a little hard to do. But that's how much I believe in this side hustle. It is truly a side hustle that can appeal to anyone and everyone. And for me, the proof is to have someone like Gary Vaynerchuk talk about this side hustle nonstop. I think he's actually the biggest advocate of this versus other ones, because it's basically low cost to entry. It just takes time and hustle. It's the epitome of the side hustle. And he's building this incredible flipping movement through his videos. Now, some of the other side hustles I talk about offer that passive side. This side hustle, not really, I think, at the beginning, but eventually you could potentially outsource the research. You could outsource, like, the art of negotiating. You could outsource a bunch of different elements to it. But at the beginning, I always think you have to kind of do everything yourself, like I did, where now today I basically have a team of over 20 people, if you include my agency, that are doing a lot of this work. And I've built it from the ground up, and now I have the ability to step aside. At the beginning, you got to hustle. You got to be in the dirt. You got to be creating all the different works. and you can't outsource. It's hard to. But once you figure it out, then you can kind of fine tune and automate the system. So I'm not saying that flipping is a non-passive side hustle. I think at the beginning it is, but it has the potential through automation and outsourcing to eventually be passive. If you're digging the free course so far, one way to let me know that is hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. Do you think flipping's the right side hustle for you? Comment honestly if you think this is something you're going to give a try. Otherwise, I want to say yeehaw from Texas. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in tomorrow's video. This is Adrian. Peace. When I started my very first side hustle, I was working at a call center making $27,000 a year. If I could pinpoint how I got from then to now, it would definitely be by the power of habit. It's one of the hardest things to create, but once you have it, you feel unstoppable. To help you build it, I've created the Side Hustle Journal, which is a daily journal that will help hold you accountable to working on your side hustle and creating an amazing business and life that you love. Go to adrianbrambila.com/journal to check it out today.